What's up, everyone? We are Slight After Dark, wrapping up our reactions to the Pretzel Logic album by Steely Dan. We liked it a lot. Okay, thanks for watching. I don't know. You go for it.
Well, I love this album. It was so great listening to it track by track and getting to experience what you guys wanted to experience. Thank you very much again for telling us to do this album. We definitely loved it. Like, my favorite tracks, of course, were like Ricky, With a Gun was a great one. Night by Night was amazing. East St. Louis Toodaloo, that was great. I got to listen to the original version of that, which was, you can't beat the original version. Like I said, the music from then is just very haunting, you know, the phonograph sound, you know, the actual instruments coming in, like, just really do something to like your spirit. But Steely Dan like did a bang ass job on it, so that really rocked. I'll have more to say, but what do you gotta say?
I think I mentioned during the reviews that this might be my favorite Steely Dan album that we've heard so far.
Right.
And now I can say for sure that it is. Because like, straight up, like, I haven't stopped listening to it. Like, the other ones are be like, you know, so, oh, I want to hear this song, I want to hear this song, but I've been listening to this whole album over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, they really just showed what they can do. And there was just so, like, every song had a different vibe, but it was all so good.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they even threw in, like, With a Gun, like, the country kind of...
I love that.
I was like, what? I was not expecting that at all.
Right, me neither. But yeah, that, and then of course, like, even the way they come in with the harmonies with the gun was amazing. Like I said, it reminds me of, they're now one of my favorite bands, but it reminds me of all my other favorite bands from that time that have amazing harmonies, you know, just like, you know, you need a 5-person minimum in those bands though, or something like that, you know, but this is just two guys with some amazing harmonies. And oh man, let me see, like, what other songs did I really love from them? Those were my favorites, but I wanted to talk about, like, what is Pretzel Logic? Like, it's Twisted Logic? Like,
well, in the context of the song, what all of you were telling us is that Pretzel Logic is about time travel.
Right.
The song.
Right.
And I totally, well, first of all, duh. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But I think Pretzel Logic could be like, you know, because all the possible, like, paradoxes that would happen.
Yes.
Like, you know, the thing, like, well, you can't go back and change time, because if you did that, then that already happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that kind of pretzel logic.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, maybe?
Yeah. Which is poignant right now, because people do say that 2021, we're in some type of paradox right now.
It's possible. Anything's fucking possible.
Right.
Also, this is going to sound like a joke, but this really happened. So, I realized that Steely Dan really just got into my subconscious. Because the other day, I was stomping down the avenue by Radio City.
Okay.
And I walked by a fucking pretzel cart.
Oh, did you?
And it smelled so good.
Really?
I was like, I'm getting a fucking pretzel right now. And there was no way I would have got that pretzel if it wasn't for Steely Dan.
If it wasn't, I mean, did you have on bad sneakers?
I had on these.
Alright, but still.
But I'll go with that. I'll call them bad sneakers.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I don't fucking buy pretzels from pretzel stands ever. I just thought that was great. Like, that wouldn't have happened. I don't know. I just thought that was funny.
It's really cool. I mean, such a great band, such great musicians, technicians. Like, they have a interesting way of kind of making you feel like they threw the song together, but you know damn well that
that's very intricate.
Yeah, and it's serious when you get into the studio with them. Like, you have that vibe where it's like, listen, time is actual money here. So, I mean, I can't say thank you enough. I love to watch our videos premiere, and I love, like, watching you guys' comments. Like, I feel like I'm in like a movie somehow. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird feeling. But I get ready on Fridays, and I'm like, yes, and we're getting
it's the premiere.
Yeah. So it's so awesome, you know. And I can't thank you guys enough for putting us on to Steely Dan and putting us onto this album. Like, whoa.
Yeah, definitely, like I said, my favorite Steely Dan album so far, for sure. It also, the more we listen to Steely Dan, it gives me more context of, like, the 70s. Because, like,
it's true.
Don't take this in, like, a disparaging way, but after, like, hearing Steely Dan and, like, how intricate and, like, sometimes like it can be a little self-indulgent with all the instruments and the production and everything. I understand now why something like the Ramones would happen.
Yeah.
Like right next door.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They were
yeah.
like it's two different things, and I appreciate both of them. But I could definitely see somebody be like, "What's with all this long?" Like, I just want to get back to the basics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I kind of see all of that in context more as well.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. And
Yeah.
then for some reason, this album just feels very New York to me.
Yeah.
Right?
It does.
Like more so than some of the other ones.
A different vibe. It's a fresher kind of New York feeling. 70s be damned. You know, I wouldn't call that the freshest decade, but
No.
but
Definitely not.
but it's got a special umph to it that the preceding albums and even the album after that we listened to don't have. It's a different kind of bar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And well, in
And the
both
way they
ways.
describe like Charlie Freak and shit.
Yeah.
Like a guy on the street that hasn't eaten in 5 days. It's like I feel like I pass somebody like that every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I really could like see it when they're saying it.
Interesting, yeah. Which I mean, and going back to the time, that makes this album more timeless than the other albums, which is kind of cool.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so in short, we really love the album. So again, we appreciate you guys bringing us on to Steely Dan and watching all these videos and stuff. Let us know what other albums you'd like to see us react to. Preferably not a Steely Dan one right now, because we don't want to listen to every Steely Dan song ever within like a couple weeks.
Right,
we want to give ourselves some time to really like appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have our Patreon set up soon, so we'll have polls. We can say like, do you want to do this album or this album? So let us know, your suggestions so we can get a decent, set going. And that's pretty much it. We really appreciate you being here, and we're gonna keep making the best videos possible for you guys.
Thanks.